got a bunch of new skulls.
Yeah, so we were
really
talking
fun.
about
Am I
that.
getting the fucking shot?
Yeah, you guys are fine.
I was gonna say, god damn,
I was
feel like
setting up first. Okay. So, what's been going on in the past week? Well, Zach, where the fuck have you been?
Work.
I think this is like the longest streak you've ever missed.
This is the longest streak I've ever missed the podcast. Work. That's really it. It was work, and then one of the weeks, I was not feeling.
Okay.
I was not feeling great.
It's okay.
So
you're here.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I was always here in spirit. I always sent my JoJo stand to come do the podcast. You just couldn't see him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where the fuck was he at? What's his name?
Well,
Go to Gokunimo.
I don't know.
Some fucking chap shit.
It'd
like
have to
that.
be some really crazy crazy fucking name.
Off the cuff.
Titanium cock.
Titanium Bubba Stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Titanium cock.
Bro.
Fucking-
Yo, I got.
They all have weird names. They're all like Star Platinum, and like one of them was like, no, Crimson Typhoon is the name of the Jaeger from Pacific Rim. What the fuck is this? One of them was like, I'm trying to remember. They had a bunch of really goofy names.
The fuck was I gonna say? Oh, I have a $35 rubber chicken that screams. You know those like rubber chickens you get at Walmart?
The classics.
Dude, it's like fucking 3 feet tall, and I put it in front of my dog, and I squeezed it, and the dog basically ran the fuck away from
Oh
it.
yeah.
This
It's
big ass
terrifying.
German
Terrifying.
Shepherd.
Ah, whatever.
Yeah, this big ass German Shepherd, supposed to be a bad motherfucker, turned into a fucking
bad
pussy.
motherfucker.
German Shepherds are definitely not the courageous beasts that we have brought them up to be. Every
right.
German Shepherd I've met is a massive pussy. Every single German Shepherd I've ever met
Skits
has
as
been
fuck.
some massive coward.
It's
It's
fucking skits out.
But they're always nice, yeah.
My dog
Puts them all to shame.
He bit me twice.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
came up
really?
to him a little too aggressively in his eyes, and I fucking got bit in the thigh, and I like almost had to jack slap him.
So as we were talking about at the beginning, they added for MCC, they added new skulls into Halo 3. Well, not new skulls, but they added them all into like the Halo 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's new for the game.
They were
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, they're just fun to play around with.
I gotta get my fucking Xbox set up, dude. I swear to God.
Let's see which ones they added.
I've been fucking missing out on all the cool shit lately.
One of them was acrophobia, which they added a little bit ago.
Oh, okay.
That one lets you fly.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's the most janky, broken shit because it's playing like, hey, you're playing Halo 3 in creative mode, kinda. So it's like weird. So you're just like, it's like you turn creative mode on and like you could just fly. Like you still take damage and you can die and stuff, but like, and you still get like normal ammo. Like the game plays the same except you do this weird like
What is it?
flying based things. So you still take fall damage.
Right.
It's not that you take fall damage because you don't take fall damage in Halo 3. But the problem with it is, it's not flying based on your character being moved, or I think it's a speed-based thing. So it's momentum that's moving you. So when you're holding, what you do is you hit A and you jump, and then you hit it again, and like Minecraft, right? And then, but instead of like you being able to be still in the air. Like
No,
you
your
can't. You're
character's
always moving. You
Oh,
have
okay.
to. You have to keep your momentum. But the thing is, while you're flying, you're constantly gaining speed because you have no friction.
Oh, yes.
So if you fly for too long, you like get like 300 miles an hour and you can't land again because as soon as you touch the ground or another object,
Damn.
you've already have too much momentum. Because so it's like you crashing against something at like Mach 7.
Oh,
so
God.
your Spartan just fucking explodes against the side of a fucking rock because Chief couldn't figure out how to put brakes on his flying.
She's a fucking retard. You guys that, sir. He didn't put the fucking brakes on a jetpack.
Couldn't think of the physics behind that.
So yeah,
Gee,
so
you
like
mind telling
we
me
did a
what you're
whole
doing to me, that rock
playthrough.
face?
Me and Nick did a whole playthrough of Halo 3 where we were just flying through levels. And the other problem with the skull is, it doesn't. Halo games are set up in a way. They're a bunch of little small maps connected into one big like linear thing,
Yeah.
and each small map has a checkpoint. So like you go from one area to the other area to the other area, and each one has checkpoints. But all the checkpoint triggers are on the ground. So you just fly over checkpoint triggers, and if you die at the end of the mission, you start back at the beginning of the level because you didn't collect any of the fucking checkpoints because you didn't do the fucking level.
You did your fucking job playing the game, player.
You literally flew through the entire level, and
It punishes you for cheating.
It punishes you for cheating.
Yo, can we talk about the fucked up nature that is Jake and I on zombies?
You guys
we
are
couldn't
so
fucking
bad.
do anything.
You guys are so bad.
I wanted to fucking die. I thought I was better than what I did.
You just need to practice again.
Yeah, I need to fucking get back.
That was like incredible.
The highest round we got to was 10.
Also, another zombies announcement. We found our fourth man for
Oh.
Black Ops 1.
We did? Who
We
is it?
did. Our friend Caruso, who we should have asked literally 6 months ago, because he had the game and all the DLCs, and he is willing to play it, and he's told us he's been willing to play it. We just forgot about him.
Damn.
That's fucking tragic.
It's like the one guy.
That is
He's literally been here in
tragic,
plain
man.
sight the whole time.
It's like,
And
oh,
me and Nick
hey,
just-
where's the other guy?
Me and Nick literally just remembered that we could have asked him like 2 days ago.
Oh no.
Well, we got our fourth guy. Now we can start doing all
He
the
logged
fucking-
online and we were literally talking about it. We were like, who the fuck can we get to play all the Black Ops 1 maps? And then he appeared online and we were like, fucking hell.
The fucking gears start turning in your head.
It's like, wait.
The fucking gear, like the dusty gears in our fucking brain finally moved for the first time in months.
Yeah.
It's
You had to get them going.
I need something fun on the table. I need just like chaos.
You need something. Okay, Jake.
I need chaos that's organized yet unorganized.
Oh, we were gonna have Jake on this podcast. Oh, also, we're going to be shooting the next episode of the albums today, but we'll be doing that later, as you can tell. But Jake and I were at the beach yesterday.
Fucking fuckers. I had a wedding.
Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear.
The fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ukraine's fucking
The
beating Russia.
Ukraine's kicking their ass.
It's
They
like
sunk.
Vietnam in reverse.
They sunk their capital ship, and then they
Yeah.
sunk their second capital ship that they were replacing their first capital ship with.
Get the fuck
And then
away.
they sunk their third capital ship they were replacing their second capital ship with.
Bro, hang on.
So-
There's been naval battles out in the fucking like.
Well,
seas.
here's the problem with this is Ukraine doesn't have a navy.
No,
and they're
'cause it's all
destroying the
fucking
military that has the second largest navy in the world.
I just
Bro,
don't
this is
understand how
Vietnam.
they are so woefully underprepared for this war.
It's not the problem that they're woefully unprepared. They have the resources and the material to do
It's
so.
just that fucking.
But
It's
there's
just
one
leadership.
thing-
the Russians don't want to fight Ukraine.
I was about to say, there's
They
one
don't
thing you
wanna
need.
be there.
You need one thing to win a war, and that's the will to win.
The will to want to win the war. No Russian is going in there thinking, "Hey, I don't really want to be here right now." And all the
can take my
Ukrainians
head.
are fighting for their fucking lives. They're They're like fucking going savage because they're fucking trapped into a
livelihood.
corner.
Yeah, their livelihoods
So
getting
like,
fucking
of
destroyed.
course they're getting their fucking ass kicked. It doesn't matter what military resources you have. It's been proven throughout history that if you don't give a fuck, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
This is like another Afghanistan situation they went through in the 1980s.
Oh, dude, they're getting fucking ass raped. Like
They're
way
getting
back then.
destroyed.
Like they just went in and they got caught with their pants down, and it's not looking good for them.
Well, fucking Vietnam was the same way for us.
Well, yeah.
We weren't expecting
Look,
farmers.
dude.
The thing is, that was a bit more complicated.
Look, man, the
That
grass and the AKs, it was really confusing. There was a lot of moisture.
Americans
It was
have never
very-
seen grass
I am
with that
the
much
Blacks,
AKs
I
on
speak
it.
for the trees. Why the fuck is that one speaking Vietnamese?
Yes.
Look.
That's fucking funny.
What? Go ahead.
I got a job.
Dingle. Oh,
Okay. Tingle. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
I got a second job with a band called Good Man Fisk.
I think we talked about this last week.
Wait, did we?
We could talk about it again. I mean, I guess.
Frisk.
Oh,
Going to
risky.
jail.
I fucking had a gig last night at a wedding and was offered pocket meth.
Oh,
Shit's
yeah,
fucking
you
wild.
told-
New term for pocket lint is now pocket meth.
Pocket lint? This is just gonna be
Yes.
pocket meth.
No. Well, if you have pocket lint and you pull it out of your pocket, pocket meth.
Why? Because as soon as it hits
Yeah,
air, it's
because
gonna
it sounds fun.
oxidize and turn into fucking meth.
I don't know. For some
Magic. So if you're telling me if I reach in my pocket right now
Pull out
and
a
I
fucking
pull out
lint.
the fucking pocket lint, then
Alright, fine. Fuck you guys. Ruin the goddamn joke.
Wasn't even paying attention.
Oh no.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Dude, it was a whole fucking dust pile.
In other news,
Yeah, another.
the final episode of the Halo TV show has been released.
Oh god.
In its
Oh,
all-ending
God.
finale, and it sucks. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, you
The
watch? Did you
Covenant
watch it?
spy fucking.
Nope.
The Covenant spy
But
fucking.
here's the two things.
The fuck?
I haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it, and next episode
Well,
of the
I got
podcast,
a
I will
couple
have watched it
spoilers.
all in one sitting, because that's what I'm gonna do this week.
Well, you have
Well, I got. This is why I'm really.
I'm gonna get a trial of Paramount Plus, and then I'm going to sit down and watch the entire show in
I
one
don't
sitting.
think you're gonna be able to get past the second episode. I didn't watch it. I just seen spoilers.
Yeah,
You know how he already takes his helmet off in the first episode?
he does love it, bang on.
In the second
doesn't put it
episode,
the fuck
he
back
takes the
on.
rest of the armor off.
Oh yeah, I
In
heard
the
you.
third episode, you get to
Guys.
see Master Chief's
Master
bare
Cheeks.
ass.
Master Cheeks.
I'm so
Master
glad
Chiefs.
that we've got to see this amazing story with
We
John,
get to see
with
Master
John
Chief
Halo.
fuck. Apparently, he
I
fucks
love
a Covenant spy.
even yeah. So
What?
in the sixth episode, I think it is, the Covenant.
They ruined Halo.
The Covenant
Never let
lady-
these people do it.
Well, it's not.
anything-
Luckily,
anything.
it's not canon. So, but in
No, they're gonna somehow try and make it canon.
I feel like they will try, but
They will.
in Halo, what is it? Season? I think it was episode 5 or 6. They had the Covenant lady come in, like stolen from the UNSC, and then Chief gives her a book. And then the lady's like, "Wow, this book is amazing.
Like
I'm gonna
human?
fuck you now." So
Like
then
human
Chief
that's
claps.
called
So Chief claps some Covenant cheeks. That's actually just another human. And then after that, in the final episode, the Covenant lady comes back, and then they fucking her and Chief are like. Chief's like trying to get her off of like this weird like ancient fucking Covenant like forerunner structure thingy, and then the little girl from the first episode comes up and caps the Covenant lady in the fucking head, and Chief is just like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, bro?"
That does not sound like anything Halo. Like,
And then
what the fuck?
so then at the end of the episode, he fights like 1,000 fucking grunts. He fights like 1,000 fucking elites, and then like he fights Atriox for a little bit.
Wait, there's an Atriox?
Kind of. There's a
Oh,
brute
God.
that is unnamed that holds his weapon. So
So
like,
it's Atriox.
It's Atriox, yeah.
That's cool they added him in it.
But like,
Yeah, but added him
so
in
him
the
and
fucking
Atriox
earth
fight
early
for a
on.
little bit, and then like after that, he like. But all of this time they're fighting, and all of the prophets are literally standing right above them, and at any time they could have killed any of the prophets,
What? Wait.
and they just didn't take a pot shot. They just never thought that it was possible. So at the end of the episode, Chief is a little baby bitch like Shinji in fucking Evangelion, and he says, "I don't want to do this anymore." And then Cortana takes control of the suit
Cortana's
and goes
in
around.
it?
Yeah, and it's the
Cortana.
original voice actor for fucking
Yeah.
Cortana, and they
Yeah,
couldn't,
so-
like,
That's kind of cool.
Did they actually?
neat
she's dead.
Did they actually do her right?
So she's kind of okay, I guess. I don't.
Because they
It's
fucked
just
up
it's
Chief.
a blue lady.
They just like. She's the only reasonable character in the show. She's the only one who actually like thinks or like actually has a good opinion.
What about
She
Halsey?
is
What about our Halsey?
Well,
It's
the
Halsey's. Halsey's like a younger Halsey. She's just like she's still Halsey, but
in
like
the games,
but in
Chief
this
never
one-
thought. He just did. And
Yeah.
killed shit.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like Chief just he thinks too hard. He's not. He just needs to think, "Oh, I'm killing things," because that's all he was made for. Like
Murder and shit.
Yeah. But like at the end of the episode, Cortana calls in a condor and has like 1,000 elites just fucking gunned down. And like she could have done that at any point in
Did they
time, and she just didn't do it.
Did it
But
have different
while they-
colored elites, or is it still the blue? They're
It's
all
still
blue.
mostly all blue, just
What
like
the
normal elites.
fuck?
They did kind of show like honor guard like a little bit. Like they showed
from Halo 2.
yeah,
That's the ones with like the fucking.
the big golden like and the red
Yeah.
and like the big golden like shoulder
Elites,
plates and
yeah.
helmets and stuff. Yeah, like they showed them for a little bit, but like they were only there to like be around the prophets.
So the
They were
prophets
only-
are in the show.
Yeah. So but well there's the thing. They were
Chief
evacuating
regret.
they had all the silver team, which is the team in that show, and Chief, they all get back on the Condor. And while they're flying away, they're still shooting at the Prophet. Like, the Prophets are still right there. At any moment, any of them could have taken any pot shot at the Prophet. Like, they didn't even try. Like, they could have killed the Prophets at any point, but they didn't because Season 2 is confirmed.
So that's
Why
why.
would you do a season 2?
End
You
it.
fucked
Just
it
fucking
up.
kill them all.
Sergeant Dude's not in it?
Yeah, Sergeant Dude isn't in it.
What the
Damn.
fuck?
That sucks.
Captain
Sergeant Dude.
Keyes is a bad guy too. It's really weird.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
Keys is the
I mean,
bad guy.
if it's not canon, they can really do whatever the fuck
The
they want.
UNSC is
Yeah,
like
they fucking ruined it.
But
they-
I don't agree.
the Halo
Because
TV
they're
show.
following shit from the game a little bit, but
Yeah.
not. So what the fuck's the point?
The
Make it-
story of season 1 seemed like the Covenant was just a side thought. They didn't even care about the Covenant. It was more about how evil the UNSC is, and how like Chief is like trying to get his memories back or whatever because he's mad that Halsey stole him as a child. But
Really?
that's the whole
Really?
story of the show. It's not about Chief like doing super soldier stuff. It's about Chief
That's-
trying to grip with the fact
trying
that
to
he
make it
is
like
a
a drama.
super soldier. Yeah, they're trying to make
It
a
is a
Chief drama.
Why?
That doesn't make sense because the fact of the matter, they already had a fucking like you could say that fucking like there is drama in fucking Halo already. Like the Arbiter is pretty fucking dramatic. His story was pretty fucking dramatic. They
No,
could
they
have just
should've
did
They
that.
fucking branded his bitch ass and almost sent him into prison.
You know what they should have
Covenant
done?
prison.
They should have said, fuck this entire show, never made it. Or if you're gonna make it, do it
Dude,
fucking
Halo
right. Add
Legends
it canon.
2.
It took, oh my god.
Make
that's
it
fucking
canon.
amazing. Yo, it took them fucking 8 years. 8 fucking years. Back when the Xbox One was announced with the MCC. That's how long they were talking about making a Halo TV
Yeah,
show.
that's
Yeah,
how
they
long
made
they
a
were
couple
making this.
Halo movies and they don't. They
But yeah,
flopped.
but the thing is like, they could have just did like a TV series like Halo Legends, or if they were gonna go with the story they were going for, just don't do it with Chief. If
Yeah.
this was any other Spartan, I would have been
Would've
fine with
fine,
it.
yeah.
It would have been perfect. But the fact that they used Chief as the main character is
But they
ridiculous
got,
to me.
know what they did? They got some like, I guess close to famous actor. I don't even know who the fuck he is. And they have to show his
I've
face.
never
off.
seen him.
They do it.
Like,
I
Every
swear he
superhero
looks like
movie
the
does
dude
it.
that hangs out with fucking Logan Paul and was banging a porn star.
the
They're
story.
trying to get
That
this
guy?
guy
I don't
like,
know if it's
like
that guy.
a lot bigger, but
Let me see. I'll look
this
him up.
show's going to ruin that dude's career.
Like that's the
This is
problem
why
too.
we got the
And I don't
computer.
think the
And
actor
they're
is bad.
They're also trying to do what
He's
like,
not Chief though.
what Marvel does and all like superhero movies does.
Yeah.
They'll have, like they have the masks on for a lot, but you see a lot of scenes where they're in their suit without the mask or helmet.
Yo,
So
you know
they're
how
showing
long?
off they're trying to like get the
You know how
actors
many fucking
fine.
years it took for Vader to get unmasked? It should have just fucking stayed that way. Keep the
I mean-
fucking helmet on.
That makes sense for like they did that right.
I've never heard of any of these movies that this guy's in.
Yeah, he's not in like a lot of. What was that? Wait, what was that? I want to go down. real quick.
Fucking porn.
Was it,
Skyscraper. He was in Skyscraper.
He was in Skyscraper. I've never heard
That
of
movie
that.
was fucking garbage.
Well,
I
he,
thought it was,
he was in that. Yeah, I've never heard of any of these films he was in.
These are all like
Skyscraper was a rock
he
movie
plays
where he had a-
generic.
he had
What
a,
I'm looking at is from the page. It's kind of like a lot of like generic like action movies. He's just like the generic
so
action
they're
guy.
trying to put him into a drama,
Yeah.
an action drama that does not work.
I mean, that's what he did, I guess. Here's the problem. I don't think the actor for Chief is like bad. I just think that
They shouldn't have put his helmet
he
on.
shouldn't have. Yeah, it's just why would you try and put a name and face on Chief? Because Chief is nameless and faceless. That's his point.
The only
Except
thing
for
you know
Halo
about
4.
Except
The only
Halo 4, where they made him talk a lot, which I
Which
don't.
that, I do like that because he was on his own. He
It
was
was-
on his own a lot.
In Halo 4, he's definitely like. I don't. That was my biggest problem. One of my biggest problems with Halo 4 is he talks too much. But
Mhm.
like,
I still like
he-
Halo 4.
I still like Halo 4 though. 'Cause
Yeah,
I like
Halo
the
4 is a
story.
good story.
I like the
that
story
they
of Halo
gave
4.
him like they made him talk as much as he did because it kind of builds the thing because he's on his own for the entire game pretty much, and
Yeah.
all he has is Cortana.
Oh, he was in
And you're
Law and
not-
Order also.
Oh hell yeah! He was probably in like a couple episodes.
Yeah, he was in a few episodes.
Yeah. They get repeat people for that.
Repeat
Justin
offenders.
Bieber was in an episode of Law and Order, I think.
I think everybody at one point in their acting career
He
has
was
to do at
I
least
think
an
he was
episode
a
of
I
Law
think
and
he was a
Order.
mechanic in a garage, or he was like the dead body or something. I'm trying to remember what it was.
He was in Weeds. Okay, he's actually in a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
But for movies, I've never heard of any of the movies he's in. Oh, he was in an episode of It's Always Sunny. He was in the Christmas special.
Hmm.
Doing what?
I don't fucking know. I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, I'll link his IMDb page if anyone's interested.
I don't think he's a terrible actor.
Yeah, he's
I just
not a
think
bad
he's like
actor. It's just
I just think you can't. It
He's
sucks
not-
now though. His
he's
career
not the
is.
actor for Chief.
People are gonna be so mad at him for the rest of his life
Yeah.
now.
It's
because,
kinda like
because
how-
they're gonna be like, you ruined Chief, even though it's not his fault. He
It's-
fucking. I guarantee you, it was probably just like.
He's
It
probably
was
like,
either he
yes,
got-
I played Halo.
Yeah, he's like,
I
I played Halo. I love
play
Halo.
Chief.
I want to play Chief, and then he goes in, or he knew nothing about Halo, and like his fucking manager got him the role.
I think that's what
And
the
And
problem
now
is.
he's gonna get shit on for the rest of his life by a bunch of sweaty video game nerds who
Yeah.
fucking like.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be fucked.
Like, I just don't.
That's
I
what
feel
you
like
do. If
people
you're making
are.
a video game movie or show, do it right.
Yeah.
Because
So
video
don't-
game
so don't
nerds
do
are
one at
So
all.
get a bunch of videos.
ruthless.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do a video game movie, you just
Actually
gotta get
play the game
people.
to get the gamers to help
Find,
you
like-
with it.
Yeah, find somebody who actually played the game before.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he's gonna be treated the same way as I know he's not like a very well regarded actor these days, but that's what they did with Jared Leto with Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
Because like he was put into that, like he could have been a way better Joker, but
He
that's
was
just
so
the way it
shit,
was
bro.
written. The way it was written, he had no chance.
He was.
Ben
he was
Affleck's
so
Batman
shit,
was the
bro.
same way. Everybody wanted to petition that shit, and then
Right.
everyone's just like Batfleck, Batfleck. I'm like,
I like Bad Flag. People can go fuck themselves.
good.
He was cool.
But
He was
I
fucking
also see-
huge. He fucking killed people, and I like it. When Batman kills people, it's
That was
cool.
That was Nightmare Batman.
I
So
don't
it's like-
fucking care.
Michael Keaton.
But that's
He
not what
killed
Batman
people.
is.
I don't care. I don't like the whole moral, like, Batman doesn't kill people. You can write it good in writing, but there are so many times where a story would make so much more sense if you just fucking snap some dudes.
Well, he doesn't kill people. He just throws.
Yeah, he just
wave
throws them off.
dragons at their head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
throws them off buildings and, like, you know.
And it's like, he
Batfleck never killed anybody. He just ran over. He just ran over a fucking giant semi full of people in the Batmobile, and then he ran out, smashed a dude with a wooden crate with 3 tons of force, and then he fucking pulled a dude through fucking plywood.
But he didn't kill them.
You didn't kill him. You, know,
Ah,
you don't
yeah.
see,
Sleep
you
a
don't
little
see
bit.
them die. They're just a little sleepy.
If you don't see them die, it doesn't count.
Bro, there's a fucking blood splatter on the wall when one guy gets hit.
He got a little paper cut before he got in the fight, Luke. I don't know.
How else do
He's
you
fucking
explain it?
dead, Zach. He's dead.
Batman doesn't kill people. He's not dead.
For the Joker, for
I fucking hate this argument. I fucking
for the
hate it
Joker,
because it makes too much
they
sense.
wrote
Too much
They
sense.
wrote Jared Leto's Joker bad, and I know they didn't let him like kind of do his own thing.
Yeah.
That's why Heath Ledger's Joker's so good because they
They
didn't
let him
like
do whatever he
shit
wanted.
for anything. He
Yeah.
pretty much improvised everything.
I also-
made the Joker unpredictable as he normally is.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard.
I also
stories-
don't like Jared Leto.
Well,
He's a
that's
fucking
aside
pedophile.
the point, though.
Dude, he's a fucking pedophile. Did
I
you
know
see
that's not the
ad?
point I was making, though.
Who, you mean the lead singer for 30 Seconds
30
to
Seconds to
Mars?
Mars. He's the lead. Yeah, he's the lead of that.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yes, it's his band.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's
It's
true.
actually not that bad though.
Pedo fuel. Pedo fuel.
There's also
Gotta get
oh, did you guys hear about the newest blockbuster hit?
No.
The one that sold 17 quadrillion
Fuck
tickets
off, Zach.
and sold more. It made
I seen
$17
your
quadrillion
tweet
dollars,
about
Luke.
Morbius.
Okay.
$17 quadrillion
Okay.
dollars.
What the fuck's the
And
movie?
Morbius.
And then it sold more tickets than all movies in human history. Morbius, the greatest movie to ever. I went into the theater, Luke. I put my $20 down for my ticket, and I said, "It's Morbin time, baby." That's what I said. That's what I said to the cashier.
Did you actually see it?
No.
Okay.
Dude, that would be fucking great.
I said, it's Morbin time.
So who actually did anyone see Morbius? Do you know anyone who's seen Morbius?
Oh, oh, Lucas Beaver did. He said it was cheeks.
I'm gonna go see it. Probably next month.
Oh.
Because I'm waiting for. I have a bunch of people coming up from a bunch of different places. We're all gonna go see
It's
it
gonna be out
together.
of the fucking theaters by then. Just
I
stream
hope.
it.
I really hope. If it's streamable, we'll watch it then. But if it's still in the theaters, I will get like the last tickets. I will go see it.
Oh yeah.
I wanna go
It's
see
a
it.
flop. It has like 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my
But it did
God.
make its money back, so
It did
what
make its
movie
money
these
back.
days doesn't make its money back?
How did it make its money back?
Because people
There
bought
was
it
enough
thinking it was
people
cool.
that were interested.
What's his name again? Go to the top real quick. What's his? Jared Leto.
Jared Leto's Morbius.
Jared Leto. You know,
I think it's a sign.
do you know that he's like 50?
Yeah, he's old as shit, and like,
Really?
Yeah.
well, he's not old, but you know.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like Johnny
50
Depp.
years old.
It's
But
like
the
Johnny
thing is,
Depp. He doesn't fucking age.
he doesn't age.
He's just one of the
Like
people
the
that doesn't
Snyder,
age.
the Snyder cut, they actually redid Leto's Joker, and made him better.
Yeah.
I can see
They
it.
did make him a little better in the Schneider cut.
Yo,
They
fucking
really-
Batman
but
cussing
he already-
out.
That's
Joker,
because
telling him to
Schneider is
shut
a
the
good
fuck
writer.
up.
People just don't believe in him, I think. Like,
No,
I
they
feel
don't.
like
They-
if nobody
the
wants to
fucking-
get a Schneider movie, but like
The fucking
he is an
studio-
okay writer.
They took away Justice League from him, and
Yeah.
they released a Justice League cut of his cut, and it was one
It's
of-
so better.
it did better.
Well, the thing is, like the cut of the movie that we got, the original Justice League movie, is like
Joss
an hour and 50 minutes or
The
something.
Snyder
Yeah.
cut is 4 hours.
It's fucking 4 hours. There's 2 hours of footage that was missing from the original cut of the movie.
And
It's
it completely. You watch that, and then you say, I don't know why you would watch the first cut. You're like, well,
why did
that's
they do
why
that?
this doesn't make
That's why
sense.
this
That's
is
why this
bad.
doesn't make
It's
sense.
because there's 2 hours of literally like
Like right in between this part and this
Everything-
part, there's a whole 4 hours for missing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Even they fucking did like
the color palette in that movie though was kind of shit. I'm not.
Which
gonna-
one?
The Snyder
the
cut.
first one or
No,
the Schneider
Snyder
cut?
No,
I liked the
I
lighting in
like
it
how
was
he
weird.
did it because he kind of made
The
it
framing,
more
the
dark.
framing for the
Uh-huh.
shit's kind of fucked.
But they made Steppenwolf cool.
Oh yeah,
Like
They
they made him
actually fixed
so
him.
much cooler in the Schneider
fixed
cut
him.
than he is in the Justice League.
And then you actually see Darkseid too.
Yeah.
he actually fucking appears, and Superman's just like, nah, bitch, nah,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
What the fuck you doing? Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
another actor I really like. What's his name? Fucking Blue Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he does a great fucking
He's
Witcher.
He's
Yeah,
the
he
only Superman that's,
That's the
like
only-
still
alright.
intact.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? That's the only video game show or video game movie
Geralt?
The Witcher.
that is actually
Geralt
Witcher
of
good.
Rivia!
Witcher and
The Witcher
Castlevania
1
are like
and
the only
Castlevania
two.
slaps.
Is it?
Castlevania fucking slaps so
How
hard.
many seasons are in it?
The guy.
I think it's like
Did I tell you,
one
Luke,
or
about
two.
this?
No.
The guy in. All right, so I think it's Castlevania season like 4 or 5. The
Oh,
guy
okay.
who makes the show has been trying to get like the rights to make a Berserk show, and he's like really pushing towards it, but they keep like
shit.
he keeps getting like turned down or something, or like there's like some issue that he can't quite get it. So for season 5 or 6 of the show, he invented his own character that was just basically the Black Swordsman, and it's so fucking cool because it's like it's this vampire who gets like like this vampire sun armor, so like he can go out in the sunlight, and like it's just this giant fucking 6-foot sword, like great sword, and he's also like it looks just like the Black Swordsman because he's all black. And like it's all spiky and like fucking all over the body. It's so
I
cool.
gotta fucking
He
Google
fucking
that.
just rips people. It's so cool.
What's it called?
It was in Castlevania.
What are you doing?
No, the 21 Pilots song.
Which 21 Pilots song?
Back time.
Oh, Stressed Out.
Yeah.
Stressed out?
Alex Turtle did a cover of it. Fucking funny.
No.
Oh,
Trying to-
speaking of music, I'm listening to Blondie as my artist right now.
Blondie.
Yeah, the classic.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Castlevania. How the fuck do you spell
Look,
Castlevania?
this is how he starts off.
What's the character's name? On fucking thing.
Is this actually like a recut of the whole? Oh, it is.
He
That's
made a
funny.
whole fucking video of
That's
it.
funny, actually. I actually really like that album, the original Blurry Face one.
I actually really like the early 21 Pilots albums.
Yeah. What is
they're
it?
honestly really
What
good.
was it? It's Blurry Face and the one before it, Vessel. They're
Yeah,
really
Vessel.
good albums.
Those two
actually.
are like really good albums. Even their first album, their self-titled, is not bad.
Fucking bruh.
But after
All
that,
we
kind
do
of,
is look
I'll
at
look
it.
at it. I was surprised for you.
Trevor
if I lose
Belmont.
the album reviews.
Well, what? Huh?
oh,
Album
yeah.
I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, he has a
if
good
you,
album.
If you get to choose, you know which one you're gonna do.
I know what I can't.
I,
pick, so-
I had 3 I was gonna choose. But I'm deciding I'm choosing this one.
He's not gonna. He's gonna wait for the episode if he wins.
No, I didn't really like that album.
Alright. Fuck. Which one is it?
What, the one we were talking about, or the?
No, the one I'm picking. I love that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dracula looks
I
pretty
mean,
fucking sick.
you can also pick shit albums if you want, just to
No,
see what people think.
No, if I pick my first pick, it has to be a.
Oh yeah, my first pick was a banger. It was Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album
Slap.
I think everyone's
Yeah.
has been either good or okay. No one's picked a bad album yet.
That's
not gonna give spoilers to the next
Yeah,
episode.
like-
So
it's just he tried to create like an Artorias Guts looking character,
Yeah.
and like it is
Because that
still
looks like it's
pretty
from
cool.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
should I link this somewhere?
No, it's just this sun armor. It just looks something like straight out of like Dark Souls or Berserk, and that's what
That's an Elden Ring boss?
do. It looks like an Elden Ring boss. Have you been playing Elden Ring?
No,
Have you tried it yet?
didn't get it. No.
Yeah, no, it's.
I
rough,
couldn't
man.
get past the first boss in fucking Dark Souls, so I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna break a lot of things if I play this game.
You gotta learn how to parry and
Elden Ring is like. It's definitely different because it's more open. So if you're struggling with something, you just go to something else.
Really?
Yeah, then you find something harder and
Yeah.
it fucks you up more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
that's
going back
Just
to this
don't,
first
just
one.
don't go in the red area at the beginning of the game. You'll be fine.
I think it
Red
throws you
area.
into that, right? Throws you right into that, right?
So Elden Ring is one of the only games I can think of where it allows you to go to the final area at the beginning of the game. If you want to just walk to the final, you could. Like you just
You
wanna
could do that with Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the
too.
Wild, yeah.
You can just fight Ganon right when you get
Yeah,
out the
like
gates.
if when you play Breath of the Wild, as soon as you get the glider, you can fly right to Ganon and fight him right there.
Oh shit.
But it's
Will you win? Probably not.
No, you're
but
gonna
you
get your
can
ass
do it.
whooped. There are runs of the game where it's like that though, because what people will do is
Some people did it.
Breath of the Wild speed runs, you can glitch like the physics. So somebody used a magnet tool to like shoot themselves halfway across the map and land at the bottom of the castle. He ran up the castle, grabbed like 15 fucking items, and then just destroyed Ganon in one battle.
What, with the Master Sword and all that?
No, he didn't even have the Master
I
Sword.
don't
He
even
just
think the
used-
Master Sword's like the best weapon in that game.
It is, but like
But like the durability is fucking shit. I heard.
yeah, the durability, but it recharges. That's why it's good. So like
Wait,
you get it.
They
you get
have
to
a
use it.
durability meter in this
Yes.
fucking game?
Yeah.
All the weapons in Breath of the Wild.
No,
Right.
no, Breath of
No,
the
it's
Wild
really
is
good though,
Yeah.
because in Breath of the Wild you carry like 15 different weapons.
Yeah.
So you don't get attached to a weapon. So you know, because
Yeah,
you know
you
that
have a
eventually that
weapon.
weapon's gonna break. So like, but the Master Sword is different, as is in it has a certain amount of uses before it has to like go back in the sheath and recharge. So it forces you to use other weapons. Which the game does make you use.
So
Like,
instead
there's a
of-
lot of weapons.
So
Like,
instead of breaking, it fucking
yeah,
recharged.
because there's spears, hammers, axes, swords, great swords. Like boomerangs is a weapon class. Like there's like there's a bunch of weapons to like.
So
use
Link
through.
just became fucking Giga Chad with
Yeah,
everything.
you just can use every weapon now. Yeah.
Christ, he sounds like a fucking special ops guy.
The only game that I played fully that's kind of like Dark Souls a little bit, but it's not, is Fallen Order.
Fallen
Because
Order's good.
The people who made Dark Souls had a hand in that.
Yeah, it's a
So
Souls
they
like.
made it.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is a Souls like.
I don't know how many
haven't played
times I've
Fallen.
heard that term Souls like as soon
But
as
it's
like,
because it's
fucking-
become really popular in the last like.
Yeah,
10
especially with
years.
like Dark Souls like 2 and 3.
Yeah, once like Dark Souls 2 and 3 came out, people wanted to be Dark Souls. Everybody wanted to have their own Dark Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted
fucking
to
blew up, made it as hard as they
Did 3
can.
get
Yeah.
remastered? Did 3 get remastered?
The first
Dark
one
Souls,
did.
first Dark
Third-
Souls 1 got
first
remastered.
That one, okay.
What about?
I've played through Dark Souls Remastered 2 times now. I'm on my third playthrough.
Didn't they do a recent
Fuck
one,
that
but it was
game.
only like
Yeah.
it was only exclusive to like PS4 or PS5. It was like Demon
Bloodborne.
Souls or
Bloodborne, yeah, that's it,
and then there's
Bloodborne.
also Demon Souls
Yeah.
Remastered is also
Demon
PS5
Souls is the first
exclusive.
game they made before Dark Souls.
Yeah, Demon Souls is before that, and then Kingsfield is before that.
Yeah, they have quite a few games.
Kingsfield is like Demon Souls. Demon Souls is so Dark Souls came out like in 2010, but before that there was Demon Souls, and before Demon Souls there was Kingsfield. Kingsfield came out in like the early 2000s, like
Yeah.
late 90s, I think. I think it's like 2000 or like
Oh, it's
2 or
it's
3.
also a series.
Yeah, but basically they were like the first Dark Souls games, kind of. Like, but they
Yeah.
were weird. They had like guns,
Yeah,
And it was
it's
in
a,
first
it's a
person.
series from the 90s.
and like but it was still fantasy. So like you were going around shooting skeletons with shotguns, and like it was really strange.
Pretty much did that. That's how they made Bloodborne too.
Yeah.
It looks like the most generic PS1 adventure game.
It is.
But
Jesus.
I mean, I guess that's alright.
Kingsfield is actually
it's
really good though.
connected?
I have like a soft spot for like those PS1 adventure games.
Yeah.
Like just the way they
Have you
look.
seen the Bloodborne remake?
I've heard about it, but I have not.
They demade Bloodborne, which means that they took Bloodborne and they made it like a PS1 game, and it's really cool. It's really
Like
cool,
all
and it
polygonal?
looks just like a PS1 game. Yeah, it's like a 32-bit game. It looks all like it's super cool.
Yeah. One of my favorite demakes was made by Ed Freeze, Halo 2600.
Yeah,
When they put Halo on the Atari 2600.
it's really neat.
But it's as Atari as it gets. You just go around and shoot aliens.
Yeah.
You go into a room, shoot the aliens, go to the next room, shoot the aliens.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
2600.
Atari arcade game.
Yeah,
God, that's fun.
it's neat.
This chair fucking sucks your ass, bro. God.
I feel like they should do more game demakes. I think that's a really cool idea to take a game and like bring it to an older, like make it seem like it came out before it actually did.
They did that with Breath of the Wild was released on the Wii U the same day.
Actually, Breath of the Wild on the Wii U was better than the Breath of the Wild on the
Is
Switch.
it?
Surprisingly, yes.
Is it because of the gamepad?
You can use the gamepad to select things, and also it runs faster.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
It looks better too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
actually the superior way to play the game.
How the fuck?
So I guess
it's kind of still video game related. What about the multiverses?
I saw that. Yeah, did you see that?
It's like-
I could look this up real quick.
It's Warner Brothers.
Oh,
It's
Multiversus.
Warner Brothers Super Smash.
Yeah.
The first picture
So,
I
like,
see is
you
of
can
Shaggy.
literally have-
That's real promising.
You can literally have Shaggy
Free to
fight
play.
Batman
Free to
and
play
Finn
console.
from Adventure Time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Game of Thrones.
But here's the thing behind this one, because we went through the same thing with Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, but that was
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Because Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl was made by some third-party shitty fucking fighting game company. This is Warner Brothers. They
Yeah,
make
this
Brothers,
games.
this is an
They
official
make
thing.
games.
They
They know what they're
and
doing.
they actually have like the real voice actors from
There's
the
the
cartoon.
closed alpha's out right now.
Yeah.
It's
you have
not
to, like,
officially
sign
out
up
yet.
for it.
Open beta
From
starts
what
in
I saw,
July.
I heard it isn't like Smash.
It's
not.
not.
It,
It's-
it plays differently than Smash
Wow.
I've
does.
seen it's
There's a
like
big lineup in here.
Dude,
Holy shit.
the fucking
What's the lineup?
Iron
Fucking
Giant.
Steven Universe is in here. Tom and Jerry are in here.
You get
Batman, Harley Quinn,
Superman, Wonder Woman,
fucking
Shaggy,
Yeah.
Velma.
Hang on.
Bugs Bunny,
I
Iron
gotta see
Giant.
the actual
like-
roster, dude. This
Oh,
shit
here,
fucking
just
wild.
take the computer and scrolling
That's
through them.
just- yeah.
It's scrolling through them.
And I'm sure they'll
That's
have
just
Tom
the
and
alpha.
Jerry.
That's just the
Tabs.
alpha right now, I think.
Where's Jake?
Yeah.
Why is
Fucking
Mario?
Mario.
Yeah. Why is
Because
she?
Warner Brothers.
It's
Yeah.
all the Warner Brothers IPs are in a game.
So Warner
Yeah,
Brothers
so, like,
pretty
I
much
feel like-
has Game of Thrones.
I'll link
Yeah.
it. I'll link that.
They'll
This is
probably
an
get
It's an HBO Max video
the
game.
DLC is
Yeah.
gonna be nutty.
Oh my god.
They just
the
add
stuff
like
they can
so
do.
much shit from the backlog. There's
Dude,
so
that's
many.
not
like,
even the full roster.
the HBO Max brawl.
That's not even the full roster.
Hold up,
Like
since
when the game
this
fully
game-
comes out,
Go ahead.
there's going to be a shit ton more.
Yeah.
Like,
Not to mention, there's gonna be the weird crossovers because Warner Brother Games also makes the Mortal Kombat games.
Yes.
God,
So
Godzilla.
eventually you're gonna have Scorpion in there
You're gonna
fighting
have
Tom and
Scorpion
Jerry.
fighting fucking Shaggy, fighting Godzilla.
They can do it like
Fighting
Reptar
the
too.
Iron
They can
Giant.
strip
Yeah.
him down like Reptar in the
That's probably what they're
Nickelodeon
gonna
game.
do.
I would play the fuck out of Godzilla. I'd be a Godzilla main. There would be
So
no
I say
way.
it's coming to all main consoles and PC.
Be the first game Godzilla's been since fucking. Well, actually, Warzone.
There was a
Attack
guy-
of the Monsters.
yeah, he's in
No, no.
Warzone.
Warzone.
Yeah,
He's in Warzone.
Yeah.
Warzone fucking with
Warzone has Godzilla, King Kong, and Snoop Dogg.
I was playing the Godzilla event and it's fucking shit. It's terrible.
What's the objective? Kill him?
No.
So the objective is
Is
to collect
win
intel.
Battle Royale.
So yeah, it's to win the battle royale.
That's all Warzone is, though.
No.
Well, if
but
you
with
do
the
damage,
Godzilla
too.
and then
So you try and collect intel,
By
and
shooting
then
them.
by shooting at them.
That's the video where he shot the rocket launcher up
and
King
yeah,
Kong's ass.
yeah, I saw that.
Because once you get the intel, you get like their
You get-
attack,
Yeah, you can
and
you get a
it's
seek
like an
device.
airstrike.
Mhm. You can like tell the monster to attack a certain portion of the map, and if you have and by the way, Kong's attack is garbage because
just
like
throws a
Godzilla, he
boulder.
just throws a boulder, but like Godzilla
Godzilla
actually
wipes
does
out
an
the whole
entire
fucking
fucking
map.
line across the map of atomic breath.
Yeah.
So,
So,
whoever's
like-
in the way is just getting fucked.
Yeah,
They're
like
getting fucking raped.
yeah, it's pretty cool, that part at least. But like they're so lame. Godzilla never leaves the water. He stays in the water constantly. They never fight. Kong doesn't. All he does, he has like 4 quadrants he can go
He
in.
jumps around.
And he
I
just
see
jumps
people-
around each one.
I see
yeah.
people, like clips of people like dropping in right where Kong jumps to the next quadrant and they don't even land.
There are. Here's the thing with this. It's not good, but it is
Oh, yeah.
very funny.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very, very funny.
It's nice that
So,
Call
like-
of Duty kind of stops taking itself so
Yeah,
seriously.
because like it's really funny. Like I
Well,
was
I kind of realized I
flying-
went the fucking dog shit.
I got in a
Yeah,
helicopter and I got hit by a fucking rock. Because Kong threw a rock at my helicopter. And it's really
He
funny.
thought you were fucking around with his neighbors and
because,
shit.
because he is an AI, and you get these moments where like you'll walk up to like Godzilla or Kong, and he'll just look down at you, and he's like, "The fuck are you doing, bro?" He's just like,
You're just standing there. Bye.
it's like, yeah, and like there are
Oh,
times where like I'm just sitting on a cliff shooting at him from a distance, and I don't think he sees me. He'll just turn over and look right at me. I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's great.
It's like thanks, I was dope.
Oh yeah, the not dude.
We would.
Oh, I
Just
love
like
that shit.
So where does Snoop Dogg come into play in the game?
420, the 420 exclusive.
The map gets foggy, you know what's up.
Oh yeah.
There is one thing I want to do before it's all gone. There's one. You can get a Godzilla emblem if you do like 1,000,000 damage to Kong, and I'm at like 200,
You also get like
50,000 right now. So today when I get home,
You get it. You
I'm
get
gonna
just
just
a calling cord or an
Oh, yeah.
emblem by landing on Kong's head or flying through his legs in
Yeah.
a plane.
There's one. There's an easy way people found to grind for points though, especially on Kong. If you take a helicopter, you can fly right under his taint, and the helicopter blades will fucking cut his legs.
And
Just piss off the giant monkey.
That's a whole lot of damage points
Fly under
too.
his fucking teeth.
You're shaving
What
it.
the hell? You fucking shave his nuts with fucking helicopter blades.
By the end of the match, you got bare nuts.
Fucking balls hanging out.
That's hilarious.
Bro, what the fuck?
Well, like I saw a video and a dude did that, and he was just getting like intel points, just like hundreds of them. It was just because every time the helicopter blade would hit, it would give him a point, and the helicopter's going do just fucking.
That's why it's the
There's
best.
my
no
nuts!
Ah!
Does the helicopter break
Chainsaw.
though?
The helicopter, I think.
Nerds.
The helicopter blades in Warzone don't take damage.
Oh,
The
perfect.
helicopter itself does.
Historically
So
accurate.
because you can they use the helicopter for attack. So you
Yeah.
can, if you're the helicopter pilot, you can maneuver the helicopter to cut somebody with the blades. They did that intentionally.
Yeah.
So there was a time
I think
yesterday.
it's funny because when Vanguard came out, they're like, "Oh, we're keeping it historically accurate." All the
Well, this is
everything.
Warzone.
Yeah, no, they did it. They said it with Warzone
Pacific
too.
Warzone, yeah.
And then they
Oh my
they
god.
dropped the
I mean, if it's multiplayer, that's
they
fine.
dropped Snoop Dogg. That's not historically accurate. He
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
in World
that-
War II,
I mean, I think-
as we know of.
For video games, if the multiplayer's not historically accurate, that's okay though.
As long as the campaign.
But if the story
I don't think
isn't,
the
which,
campaign was
the
either.
campaign wasn't either.
no, of course it wasn't.
Well, the only thing that I could say was accurate, I watched a game movie just to see what it was like, and I fast forwarded to like the pilot sequence when we finally got to go back to the Pacific. That actually was pretty close to what the battle tactics were for the dogfighters. The kamikazes and shit were there, but it was mostly the way the pilot was interacting with his unit and like breaking formation.
Is
That's kind of
Vanguard?
fucked. That's not how it
Yeah,
would work
Vanguard.
out.
Yeah. The thing is
I
with
haven't played Vanguard, so I have no say. on
But
this.
all like the planes, all the models, everything's like accurate to what would have been used. Like all the planes that they had, especially the bomber you fly, that would have been the one that would have dealt final like killing blows to ships.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
World War I games and World War II games are really hard to sell nowadays because
Because
people.
they did so much of it.
Yeah, they
They've
did a
been
lot
done
of
to
it.
death.
Yeah, they've been done to death. And the other problem is not a lot of people want to play a game where there's not just like fully automatic fire and like nobody wants to play a game where like I think World War II is a lot easier to do, but things like World War One is really hard to like
Well,
invest.
Battlefield
in.
fucking did it
Battlefield
right.
1 is the only game that I can say, and the thing is, you have to get goofy with it because you can't not
Yeah.
do You cannot do World
So,
War
like,
One
all the
and make
full-
it interesting for the average person to
And,
like
like, all
be
the
like
full
this is
Trench
fun.
warfare is not fun to play.
It's not fun at all,
No.
and nobody wants to sit and use bolt action rifles. Like that's
Well,
not
trench
fun.
warfare, like, that's not
all the
fun.
guns
So,
they
like-
added that are full auto are they pretty much-
Experimental.
Yeah,
like-
they're experimental.
Yeah, so like that's what I like about Battlefield 1 though is they were very transparent about that. They were very much understood that that's not how it's supposed to be. The game starts you out with it can start you out with fully automatic weapons, but most of the time like when you start that game as rank 1, you get a rifle. And then you work your way up to those things. And then it always says when you buy things, if this is experimental, it'll give you history on it, actually. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's why I like that game so much.
That's probably my favorite Battlefield.
That is
game.
my favorite
Did
Battlefield.
you see the
Definitely.
trench sweeper SMG? It's the fucking Thompson with a heat shield.
It's really goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Thompson with a heat shield.
I mean,
we were supposed
that
to get
time
that.
in history, there was a lot of funky shit being made because like guns were like starting to be pumped out.
The
faster.
Calibri is still
Yeah.
a real gun.
That's so fucking gay.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you have a 25 caliber
Little
pistol?
Calibri?
It's a 25 caliber
Well,
pistol.
it's so cool though. It's like
Fuck you, bitch.
No, those things are great.
they weren't built to like kill people. I think it was just some
I
guy
think
got
it was just
bored.
novelty.
Yeah, it was just a novelty weapon because some clock. It was made by a watchmaker.
We already made the guns bigger. Let's make them smaller.
Yeah, the guy was a watchmaker.
It's not gonna work.
Who was
Really? Let's make
yeah,
it smaller.
He made watches. That's
Oh,
why
so-
he can make something so small. That's why he can make the mechanisms because he was so used to working with watches and like the small mechanisms inside of them that he just wanted to make a gun for fun. I guess he just came out with a little tiny 25. Imagine somebody invades your home in the middle of the night. I gotta get the gun. Fuck! It's a little tiny fucking Calibri.
Crack, crack. Crack, crack.
Are you throwing pebbles at me? No, I'm shooting you.
I mean,
You're
it
getting
still
hit,
hurt.
bro.
Oh, it'll fucking hurt.
It's still you're still being shot.
It's like even if it's like even if it's a 22, it's still a fucking bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still get fucking hit, bro. You're gonna get hurt.
Although if I die to a 22, man, I don't know.
I'd be pretty
I'd be
pissed.
pretty fucking pissed in the afterlife. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be happy about that.
There was a fucking Nazi commandant who got shot in the head by a fucking ally of his over like secret documents. Survived for fucking 50 years. One day he goes in the fucking fridge, bangs his fucking head. The bullet was still lodged in his skull.
This
It
is
cut-
1,000 ways to die, bro.
It,
I remember-
it is.
I remember
It's
watching
exactly that. He fucking got his spinal column cut because the bullet was still inside his head. He just fucking died in
Damn.
the fridge.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I remember. That was 1,000 ways to die bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one.
Keep the fridge
I remember
cold.
another one where a guy like he threw a javelin and like he went to go run to go pick it back up, but he tripped and it went through his fucking face.
Oh my god.
Bro.
How fucking autistic
We can
are
talk.
you?
Let's talk about 1,000 ways to die.
That
Yo,
was actually
what about
cool.
the Asian couple that had sex so much that they died?
There
Was that actually one?
Yeah, there was
that
one.
was-
It was an Asian couple. They never had sex before, and on their wedding night, they finally like eloped. They died
Oh,
because
wow.
of the fucking like they were so
They weren't
into it and they were so
prepared,
hyped
yeah.
up, and their
I think I
heart rate-
remember that one.
They had like a fucking heart attack, both of them. They were so amped up, and they just died.
It's one of those shows you could just say like a random sentence of how someone dies, and they probably already did it.
Yeah.
There was one episode where it was like
It was a spike
they had
show.
these-
What do you
Fucking the
expect?
demolition guy, he, after work, had TNT in his pocket and drew a dartboard on himself. I remember seeing that one.
I never saw
I was
that.
throwing darts at him and somehow the TNT blows him up.
Oh fuck.
That's realistic.
There was one that was like
No, like it was in his back pocket. They were throwing the darts onto his stomach.
Oh,
Because he was a bigger guy.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they had.
I remember that one. I think.
There was one
Cue
where
ball.
it was it was like this industrial dryer, and this guy accidentally walked to it, and they turned the dryer on. He fucking died in a dryer.
That actually
Bro,
did happen.
Yeah.
Somebody.
A guy in my class said that actually happened on a job he was on.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like do like the
I
lockout
feel like
stuff.
some of those deaths aren't real.
They
but,
went into,
like
like-
some of them are definitely based on real things.
Yeah, something like an actual incident.
Yeah, like
Here-
there was the
here's-
Brazen Bull one, which is a real torture / execution method they used back in I think
Yeah.
Rome. I think.
I
Yeah,
think
it
it
was
was
Rome.
it was actually commissioned by a king.
Yeah.
Because the king wanted a more
torture
horrible
device
torture
for
method.
fucking-
He was just like, I know what would be the worst one, the brazen. Like he like, I think he hired a scientist or something, or like some torture expert to like build the most torturous machine ever.
Let's
And
look
then
up
he
the Brazen Bull.
he just invented the brazen bull.
Oh my god. Yo, so on 1,000 Ways to Die, a biker dude was notorious for taking fucking pool balls, like the regular colored balls, and swallowing them, and it's
What the
regurgitating them. He took a fucking cue ball, which is a little bit bigger in diameter, and because of how big it was,
He
couldn't
wasn't able to
spit
do
it the
it.
fuck out, and he choked on himself.
Oh
and
my
died.
god, dude.
Fucking
Oh,
died.
yes. The Thousand Ways to Die was such an interesting show. Like, it kind of feels like a fever dream at times. Like, you kind of don't remember it.
But a lot of them
Well,
just
they
come
can't
back
make
to
that
me
show
a lot.
nowadays. People will get pissed.
I think there was one where there was an ejector seat, and like this guy died because an ejector seat fucking killed him. Yeah.
Something like that.
There was one, a dude put a fucking sausage down his fucking pant leg to make it look like his dick was bigger, and fucking tied it with a rubber hose.
I've seen this one.
And he didn't fucking account for the fact it would cut off the circulation to his leg. So when he's in the disco club trying to get laid, because he's got a small wiener, so he's got to use fucking sausage, he killed himself because he cut all the circulation off. His fucking leg was black and blue.
Yeah.
Got no circulation to his head, died.
Yeah. You're literally covering an artery. That's like.
Yeah, like, you fucking wire, he like basically rubber hose, like tied it off or wire tied it to his fucking leg. And he died. Because he
Bro,
was a full retard.
just don't do that.
You can watch
Just get
it
a
on
bigger dick.
Prime.
Sorry.
Fucking, if
Stop
your
being
dick's that
insecure.
small, put a strap on over it.
Yeah, fucking stop being so insecure.
Idiot.
Get in the
Yeah,
fucking
right.
hole.
There was the one with oh no, it wasn't that. I was thinking about the ejector seat thing. It was something I thought about the other day. It was, has there ever been an incident? You know, when fighter jets, when people eject out fighter jets, the way it works is the glass pops off the seal, and the glass flies off, and then the seat ejects. Has there ever been an incident where the glass
Never
didn't break
breaks.
the seal and the seat just went splattering against the windshield? And because like that's probably happened at least once, maybe.
When they're testing it.
Yeah. So, cause like that seal could like, I don't know, maybe it got like, it could get like
Ruptured,
stuck or
yeah.
something, or like maybe a corner of it's broken and like, or like maybe what if the seal doesn't release properly and the glass like breaks instead and
And
it
you
shatters
fucking just kill yourself?
and you just slap the glass and you break through it? Like that would be
Just
fucking.
getting shredded as you're coming
That's a
out.
fucking horrifying thought. That's a fucking horrifying idea.
Yo, imagine Tom Cruise in the fucking new Top Gun.
Maverick.
Yeah, that actually,
Boom.
that apparently is like,
Goose!
Maverick!
The new Top Gun Maverick, and it's just a
that's
seal.
actually got like a high rating. It got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
before it came
Really?
out. Yeah,
Maverick?
I'm pretty sure it did.
That's cool. I think there's like this scene in Godzilla vs Kong where Kong picks up the dude in the jet, and there was a dude in a jet because the jet was ready to get off the aircraft carrier to go like support him,
Mhm.
but Kong picked up the jet before
it's
it could
been-
make
It's
like
been
take
out,
off.
like,
And he
rated
fucking
for
threw it, and he
like
fucking threw it at Godzilla.
So on Rotten
And, like-
Tomatoes, Maverick got 96%.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, Top Gun movies are kind of like, I don't know. People always liked them.
How many Top Guns are there? Or is
Like
it just
two
one?
or
I think
three.
a few.
I think there's 3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah, there's a few. But the original is like, I think a lot of people just want to see
Dude,
another one again.
May 27th is like a great fucking day for film, kind of. Because
What?
Maverick comes out, Obi-Wan comes out, Stranger Things comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And then literally the
Wait,
week
there's
after.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, there's a new season
4.
coming out.
And then in June, something, Stranger Things season 4, like the second half comes out.
Yeah.
It's like a week or so after.
I can't wait to see Obi-Wan, dude.
Obi-Wan's gonna
I'm
be
excited
good.
for that.
It's gonna be
You
good.
gotta play Fallen
The
Order. 'cause
director
the Inquisitors are in
said,
it.
yeah, the
Some of the
director said
Inquisitors from Fallen Order are in it.
the Inquisitors aren't just from the
No, I know.
Or the, yeah.
No, I know.
They're really cool.
They're canon.
Yeah, they're all a lot of comics
Well, in
about those
Clone
guys.
Wars, in like Clone Wars anime, it's either Rebels or Clone Wars.
It's Rebels.
It's Rebels.
When Maul
Rebels
comes
is-
back, he
yeah.
gets a broken
What's fun?
Inquisitors.
That
Yeah,
fucking
he steals
scene
the
is so
He
Inquisitors.
cool.
steals an
Yeah.
Inquisitor's dual saber, and it's a broken one. So that's why it
Yeah.
has like that little piece.
Yeah.
There's one.
I was gonna say the director for Obi-Wan said that it's gonna be like kind of like a Logan-esque story. It's gonna be like he's aged and not like doing great, and like he's just kind of like roaming
Miserable.
and like miserable.
Well, in the
yeah.
trailer, it shows him. He's like
He's
kind of.
shooting a fucking blaster.
Yeah.
That goes against his fucking.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore. Everybody's dead.
Yeah,
There's no more honor.
There's no more Jedi.
No more honor.
What
I
is
don't-
honor?
It's also making. It also makes sense because you don't want to use the Force or use a lightsaber, give it his way, because that's what the Inquisitors were
Yeah.
for. They were hunted Jedi.
Yeah.
They were hunted
You
to kill the
can't
Jedi.
let them know that he's a Jedi.
So if
yeah.
he's using a blaster, looks like he's a regular.
douche.
I really hope that you know Book of Boba, you know what happens, right?
Yeah.
I really hope that the end of Book of Boba was a hint, like them introducing Cad Bane, and that was them hinting the fact that he might
Yeah.
show up in the show.
Well,
I really
also,
hope
I've
he
seen-
does, because Cad Bane is my favorite Star
Is
Wars
Dave
character. He's like
Filoni-
easily one of my favorites.
Oh, he's one
Is
of the
Dave
best.
Filoni attached to
I didn't-
Obi-Wan?
I didn't realize that Cad Bane, why he has the breathing things.
It's
That's
to
not
stop
because
force choking.
yes,
It's so he doesn't
stop
get
him
force.
force choking.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
he was
You gotta
he
be
was
ready.
a bounty hunter made to kill Jedi.
He's literally the most competent character in all of
He's
Star
one of the
Wars.
best bounty hunters.
He is.
Um,
He's the most competent character. He's accomplished some of the most crazy feats in all of the universe, and yet nobody fucking like
Acknowledge.
nobody pays him. Like that's the biggest problem. Is he's the greatest. He's the most competent person. He just doesn't get paid for his work. He's
Yeah.
never got paid for his fucking
And
work.
he was one of the first bounty hunters George Lucas actually made.
Yeah.
But then they went with Boba Fett and Jango Fett
Yeah.
for the movies because can't really. Cad Bane was only the first time he showed up in something was Clone Wars, and his
That was
fucking
years later.
entrance scene was just badass. He just went.
He kills motherfuckers a lot of
Is
them.
Dave Filoni attached to the Obi-Wan project?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hayden
I
Christensen is coming back for Vader.
Oh, I saw that.
So that's
There might
cool.
be flashbacks in Obi-Wan.
No, there is.
There is.
There's probably
because
quite a
I
few.
seen a set photo, Hayden Christensen with like the Anakin hilt and like a cape, like a black cape, so it wasn't Darth Vader. So it was like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was in like that episode 3 era.
I just bought a book called Brotherhood, and it's about Obi-Wan and Anakin during like the beginning of the Clone Wars. So like immediately after Attack of the Clones, when like shit really starts hitting the fan, and or it's
That's my favorite part of Star Wars history is that moment between 2 and 3. Like everything between, like that's all the cool stuff.
Yeah,
right there.
that really is.
that's where Clone Wars brings it in.
But
Mhm.
Because
I like
Clone Wars explains all of that stuff.
the new Clone Wars. I'm not gonna lie, this is like fucking really hot, like heated topic. I like the old Clone Wars better than the new Clone Wars. Fuck Ahsoka, I could forget about her.
Oh, you didn't care about
I
like
have
the,
nothing to add to
I
this.
I have the original Dark Horse or image it's Dark Horse comics from like back in the early 2000s when the Clone Wars was like newly beginning.
Yeah.
And like it was a lot darker than you realize. Like the clones were actually just mindless dudes. Like they were cool, but they're infantry. You wanted to focus on the Jedi. You wanted to focus on the bounty hunters. If they got a clone story, it was like a spotlight. Like Commander Cody got his own spotlight, and Obi-Wan was like heavily prominent, like featured in the spotlight. But it was mostly about Cody just giving and taking orders.
Mhm.
And the last time clones were mentioned in like full context and that, it was the 327th Star Corps. It was the ones that killed Ayla Secura on
yeah.
Saleucami.
Yeah.
But it was their corps
Yeah.
going full auto our corpse. Make sure she doesn't get
Fucking
out.
the blue moon just comes out. Does it taste better today?
It actually does.
Yeah, we were at the beach yesterday. Sorry to derail your topic, but it's something I can talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
No, fuck you. You're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, no talking.
Yeah. AJ, it's your house. Shut the fuck up.
We went to the beach yesterday. We went to North Wildwood.
Wait, you count that as a beach? As a fucking cliff?
Okay, we went to a cliff yesterday that was 10 feet above the beach in North Wildwood because they haven't like put the
Put
sand
new
down
sand
yet.
down.
Because there's just giant like 20-foot mounds there instead of like the beach. So we were up there. We didn't realize it because we came a little early before Memorial Day. So we were just there drinking blue moons all day and in 90 fucking degree weather. But it was nice out. It was very nice. Except for the fact that like
After like drinking them all day, I don't really want them anymore.
yeah, once you come back, you're kind of just like sick of them. It's one of those drinks.
Yo, are we gonna do like a fucking an AGF down the shore like podcast or like?
I mean, we could do something.
We
I don't
tried
know.
to do podcasts
We did a
on the
pod.
beach.
Yeah, that's the.
Nah, not on the beach, but like somewhere.
We
I'm
did
just trying
it.
to talk about the top of your.
Yeah, no. We
Yeah, that's the best part. That was the biggest dilemma that day. We were trying to. I'm trying to remember who I was walking around on the beach on. We were like, we could do it here.
Yeah.
We could do it here.
We
And it's
decided
just
not
like
to do it
this
on the
brushy
beach.
spot of the beach. It's just like like, this is not a good idea.
No,
They tried to film. It's like on one of the early seasons of To Catch a Predator, they recorded one of their sting houses was on the beach, and they decided to film on the beach one day, and it was the worst fucking shoot of To Catch a Predator ever, because it's just Chris Hansen. Can I have? What are you doing here?
Why are you naked?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that bit, dude. There was one where the guy was like fucking ass naked. in the house.
What's his name? I know it. I remember. I've watched every episode of Catch a Predator. That show's fucking great.
The guys are just
I'm gonna
like,
watch those losers get fucking. It's the only show where police brutality is acceptable.
yeah, because it's kind of
beat this motherfucker!
Yeah, it's funny.
I love the ones where like they try to run and the cops do actually kick the shit out of them.
That's my favorite one.
They don't get out the door, they just get fucking body.
My
Yeah,
favorite
they
one
just
is
fuck out of
They literally just fucking dump truck their ass.
one of my favorites. There was an ex-marine who was there, and like he runs out. He like walks out the house, and then he sees the cops. He runs back in the house, and he goes to Chris. He's like, "Chris, you gotta help me, Chris, Chris, Chris!" And the cops just drag him down.
Oh,
He was an
no.
ex-marine.
Yeah.
No.
And he was crying. He was like, "Chris, you can't do this." He was like, actually, tears coming down his face. I'm like, "Dude,
You
you're
shouldn't
a
have done
fucking Marine. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be killing people.
Yeah. What are
Fuck
you
it.
doing, man? What are you doing? A lot of those
Right,
guys are
that's
from
what-
military. Like,
Yeah, it
there's
fucks you
a
up.
majority of a lot of people there came from military. A lot of them were like, just like teachers too.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of them.
Well, I can imagine teachers, doctors, and fucking lawyers being those kinds of people.
Like
Great, now we know where our kids are going.
Yeah.
Send them to school.
The school and the military, nope. Other than that, they're fine.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The psychology of that is like, if you were diddled as a kid, you're probably going to become the diddler down the line.
yeah,
That's true.
A lot of times it is from trauma. Not always. It really just depends on like a lot of those people just don't get help.
Stop that.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
They just
Mhm.
don't get help.
There's
They
a
don't.
secret society of pedophiles that are like isolated to themselves.
Yeah.
That'll do their own shit, but not like openly like publicize it.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot
they're
of
really
thing is with like things like that and like sex addiction and like masturbation addiction is like people don't want to talk about that stuff because it's uncomfortable. Why would you
Yeah.
go? Nobody wants to go to a therapist and be like, "Yo, dude, I jack off too much."
I
Like,
I
nobody
literally
wants
beat
to-
my
yeah.
dick 5 times a day.
Yeah, like
It's
you don't want
unhealthy.
to. Nobody wants to talk about that stuff, so that's why those people never get help. That's why it boils until it fucking
It
overflows
pops.
in the pot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or it spews out.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
fucking. They don't get help. That's mostly what those problems are.
Yeah, I'd say the more.
Because that was what Chris is like, his new podcast, that's what he talks about a lot. He's like, a lot of these people just like, they just need to talk to somebody and they wouldn't have fucking done it in the first place. There, A lot of them are like, a lot of the times it's impulse decision and like, a lot of them, like, I don't know. Like if you, a lot of those guys just needed to talk to people. That's really what it is. And it's really,
Definitely. It's,
but like, you can't feel sympathy for him either. You
Yeah,
can't-
of
you're
course not.
100%. You cannot feel sympathy for a fucking pedophile. You
They're
can't
getting
do that.
Fucked up in
Yeah,
prison.
you can't.
Like
yeah.
even the
You don't
They're gonna
want
get their
kids.
comeuppance in the end, and they're gonna get
like they're
fucking
like the
beaten,
worst of the
like-
worst because like I've heard shit like I don't even know how true it is.
The
Might be
prison
true.
system, probably.
Yeah, like it's like you could have a fucking serial killer murder like 100 people or something, waiting for his death penalty, and
He'll just.
he's more respected than the pedophile.
Yeah,
They
because you
are.
don't fuck with kids. You don't mess
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Well,
children.
that's how it is
you
with
don't
all
fuck
sex
with-
offenses in prison too. Like things like
You don't
rape
fuck with
are also
kids
treated very,
or-
very much the same.
Mhm.
You don't fuck with kids or women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's
Yeah,
the worst thing.
that's
that
like-
can
What-
happen.
what-
What if you
Right.
ass rape a man and then fucking murder him? Is
Well, I'm
that
pretty sure that. I think. Well, like I said, it's all sex offenses are pretty
Yeah.
fucking like heavily
They're treated
like
hostile.
hostile in prison. If you go into prison for anything that has to do with any sort of with any sexual connotation, people aren't gonna
it's
fuck with
sexual
you.
deviance.
Yeah, they're not gonna fuck with you. Like they don't. Nobody. So, but I do know in certain prisons, I watched a podcast. This guy who was in federal prison, for making a joke on RuneScape. He made a bad joke about
Is
like,
this our boy?
Josh Polalt. You know Josh Polalt, right?
No.
No, but this
Fuck, I
guy
thought
he
you
made
talked about
a
Scott's
he made
one.
a joke on. He made like a school shooting joke on RuneScape, and he went to prison for 6 years.
Oh wait, I heard about
He went to
that.
federal
Now I
prison for
understand.
Where
6
was
years.
this at?
This was a couple. This was a while ago.
I remember
Look
that.
at it,
now.
you can look it up. His name is Josh Polalt. He
Yeah,
was he
but
like-
while he was there, I watched a podcast with him. He talked about prison and like he was very adamant about the pedophile thing. But he also said that in some prisons, there's like pedophile gangs, so like they protect each other, so that like actual prisoners can't mess with them. So the pedophiles like actually like they'll band together in certain prisons because they know that if they don't, that they're gonna die.
So many fucked up jokes
So,
popped in
wait,
my head, but I don't
yeah,
want to
dude,
say on
it's
them because it's
fucking-
on camera.
Don't be a child
Hello.
diddler. Stop being a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
child diddler.
Why do they have their own fucking
Oh,
flag?
there it is.
Yeah, he went
What?
to prison for
know how the
like
alphabet-
6
Oh, yes.
years.
Yeah, here it is.
The
Here's
Reddit
The
Reddit
alphabet
article.
people. It's the alphabet mafia, not
They
people.
told him to kill
Mafia
himself.
people,
God
same
damn.
fucking thing. They have their own flag, and then the trans have their own flag,
Everybody has their own
and then the
flag.
fucking pedophiles have their own flag. But this is how fucked up our media is. They don't call them pedophiles. That's offensive.
It's MAPs now. It's
Yeah,
MAPs.
MAPs.
Yeah, minor attracted person.
Minor
is the new
attracted
term,
person.
man.
They
But
have
there-
their own
nobody.
flag.
But here's the thing: is even gay people don't fuck with it. They don't like it. Like
It's
they're
fucking
like
stupid.
even they're
Yeah.
like, dude, do not associate your fucking shit with my flag or whatever. Like
because
they
they literally took the rainbow
they
flag.
took
and
the
just
rainbow
added,
flag
like,
and they
a
added
fucking
another
stripe.
line.
Added like 2 more lines.
Yeah, no, they don't fuck with that either. Nobody does.
No, pedophiles don't deserve their
Yeah.
own fucking justification.
Like,
This is a
You
very
shouldn't-
interesting episode. What are we
Yeah,
talking about?
like,
We
you
talked
shouldn't
about
even fucking-
Halo.
We went from Halo to Morbius to 1,000 Ways to Die to pedophilia.
And then pocket math.
Oh yeah,
and
there was
Meth.
Pocket Meth that made a cameo.
Don't forget about all the little sprinklings of other nerdy shit we talked about, like the Justice
Warzone,
League,
Justice League, the game, the Warner Brothers game, the
Multiversus.
Yeah, Multiversus. I think we could wrap
I'm
it up
excited
here
for that game.
if you guys would like.
What?
Alrighty, guys.
It's an hour and 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, we should probably.
Well,
wrap it up.
guys,
We're running pretty
fuck.
long.
Welcome.
No.
Do you have something you want to talk about before we wrap up?
I actually also have something to talk
Yeah,
about.
let's go.
Go
Let's keep
ahead, go
going.
ahead, get
Let's
this
keep
game
going.
we
We
need
can
out
just
real
edit bullshit out.
Yeah. So the other day I was at Wawa,
Okay.
and I've been doing I was at the register. I wanted to tell the story of the podcast because
Sure,
I
go
told it
ahead.
to some of my other friends. It was I was at Sizzli's. I was making Sizzli's, and then they told me to go up to register because the other person came up for Sizzli's. So I ran over to register, and as soon as I came up,
Is this what someone tweeted it? I saw it.
no, it's not Eric.
That's
That was
a different
Eric.
thing.
Yeah,
That was just
I
Why
know.
my fucking soggy sizzlies?
But the
I hate
what
when
happened is
I hate when I get sizzly and the bacon
Hang
soggy. Like I don't want to eat rubber.
Jake, let him finish.
But I went up to register, and there was a guy up front at the register yelling at the other cashier, mad at him, but I didn't notice yet, so I walked up to my register and I opened up my line and I started taking people, and the guy mad at the cashier next to me had a sandwich in his hand that was from the display case, like still in the plastic, and he was so mad that he fucking at the other cashier that he threw it, but he had such bad aim, he threw it fucking at me. I was just like, I looked over and I was like, what? Who hit me with a sandwich?
Hey, fuck you! I got free sandwich now.
What the fuck? Bitch, give me a sandwich.
The guy walked away. It didn't hurt because I mean, it was just a.
I think the most surprising.
But I was just like,
What
it was
the
so surprising. I didn't expect it.
No, so that you got a Coke, you got a sandwich. That'd be like $3.
Exactly. That's what I was like.
Shit, free sandwich.
I got hit like right into my back of my shoulder, and I just like turned over. It was just the guy storming out. He was all mad.
Did he pay for it?
No.
Oh, of course he did. So if he paid for it, then it
I think that's why he was mad, is
sandwich.
because he couldn't afford it.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I got a discount on my gas not too long ago because the guy was pretty cool at the pump.
How do you get a discount on gas?
The dude was like,
If you
I'm gonna-
pay,
Go AJ. You got a 5-figure discount.
Shut the fuck up, hand
No,
job.
no, no.
You fucking
Hand
useless
job.
hand job. You fucking
they
Dan.
at Wawa, if you have,
Fucking Dan.
nobody will do this, but if you have a
You
Wawa
fucking
app
comedy whore.
and if you buy gas at Wawa with the Wawa app and you pay with the Wawa app, they take 15 cents off a gallon. So like it's 15 cents less a gallon. There's also certain gas stations, I don't know where here in Jersey, where you can if you pump it yourself, it's like a couple cents
That's
cheaper. Yeah.
How the fuck did it do that?
Because
They're starting
I'll
to
pump
bring
my own gas.
it's
I don't give a
self-serve.
fuck.
Yeah, they're doing self-serve stations here now. There's a couple of them.
Oh well, we're about to be the last state to get rid of it then.
I think that
Bye jobs.
I think that I like full service stations. It makes a job, and also I don't want to get the fuck out of my car.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what if it's
There's
like
also
fucking falls
sometimes-
cold outside?
There's sometimes where like you pull up and you have to be somewhere. They're just fucking diddly dicking around.
Yeah, they take
Yeah.
their merry old time sometimes.
Yeah,
It's like,
they
"Come on,
really
I
do.
gotta go.
But like the job, like I will say, I don't. It is a job for our convenience. So
Yeah.
I guess it is like I can tolerate it.
What other
sometimes.
states have full service gas stations? Because
We're like the
Oregon
only
We're the only one.
was with us, but
Oregon,
they got
yeah,
rid of it a few years
they just
ago.
got rid of it.
So we're the only state in the union that has
I see.
full service.
I seen a sticker. Some dumb bitch had it on her car. It said, "I'm from Jersey, so I don't put my gas," or something. It was something stupid like.
I think my
Like,
mom was gonna
my
get that
mom
for
has
her
one of those
birthday.
stickers.
It was like only like.
What's not on our car?
No, like this person had it big on their car. It says,
on it.
"I don't pump my gas. I'm from Jersey."
When I went to Georgia, I got to Virginia. I didn't know how to do it because I've never done it before.
All you do is stick it out, put it in, and squeeze.
Nah,
No, but
it's
I didn't know how to like.
You gotta pay for it.
No, I didn't. I
There's
didn't know
no
how.
fucking pay method.
No, here's what I didn't
Sometimes
understand
paying
was
is fucking
what I
retarded.
didn't understand was how to pay for it. How do I pay for a full tank in cash when I don't know how much fucking gas I need to put in the
True.
tank for the cash?
Yeah.
So like,
Depending on
and
the
here,
gas prices, you just kind of have to be like, I got
Ration it.
40.
yeah, that's what I was doing the entire Georgia trip. I was just like, how much gas? I was like, oh, $30? Like,
That's why I literally just hand the car. I'm like, I don't even fucking. I just go.
I do
Put it on
cash
the card.
cheaper though.
the guy behind the counter in Virginia called me a Yankee because I told him I didn't know how to pump gas.
Yeah, fucking
Yankee,
Hard,
Yankee.
I was like, dude, I don't know how to do this. He was like, all right, okay, Yankee, I'll show you. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because dude, you're above the Mason-Dixon line.
I know.
Once you get below the Mason-Dixon line, you're getting like into some
You're getting all
banjo
crazy
playing
shit.
down the river. You better
Paddle
fucking
faster,
walk
road
down
down
banjo
the
music.
Hooray, hooray.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
Alright,
Alrighty, guys.
Alright, is that it or is there anything else?
I'm done. with
I'm
that.
hungry.
I'm
Yeah, well, we're
fucking-
getting. Let's get some
sushi
lunch.
diner. Fuck sushi.
Let's
I
get some
can't
lunch.
eat it.
Everybody,
Dude, I can't eat
have a
sushi.
good day.
Yeah.
Remember to tip your delivery driver because they're really struggling right now.